record is that so many things which existed in India before 900 AD are simply not known even to the average Indian. They simply just don't know. For instance, how many of you are told by their parents, by their teachers, that till 11th century prostitution was legal in India, that there were huge prostitution houses or courtesan houses, that young men were sent to the houses of learned prostitutes in order to learn sexual behavior, in order to learn about what is now called sex education, that there was no such debate in India as it exists now, obtains now, whether there should be sex education or there should not be sex education. Today we are just preoccupied with this idea. The moment people, this is the acronym used in Europe and America, lesbians, gays, and etc. They were part of this institution. And it was the duty of the king to maintain, to take a tax from the institution and to provide protection to all those who were part of the world of courtesans, or Veshma Graha, Veshya Graha or Veshma. They were part of it. It was he collected tax, and because he collected tax, so he had to provide what? CRPF, all right? He had to provide that there were no unwanted elements who went in and indulged in antisocial behavior. So, this was the nature of sexual behavior, and it was part of the Dharma Shastra. When to go to a prostitute's house, when not to go, and who will not go, how much you will pay, etc., etc. It was very defined. And the homoerotic people were part of this. Now, first of all, let me come to the definition. The definition in ancient India was that just as there is man, Pumsa, just as there is woman, there is also a third gender. And the definition is very clearly given by Kama Sutra, and that is called the third nature. So this is the text which makes it very clear that there is Dvividha Tritiya Prakritihi, Stri Rupini, Purusha Rupini cha, that those of the third nature, now we are not talking even of gender. If you look at it philosophically, it's not a gender issue. See, the modern discourse the modern European or the American discourse or the discourse of the LGBT people, I would say, is still under development. The classical Indian discourse has been very exhaustive. They use the third nature, Tritiya Prakritihi. He said, Dvividha Tritiya Prakritihi. Those people who are of the third nature, that is, they are neither men nor women, they are third nature. They are also of two kinds. Some of them behave like men and some of them behave like women. Now when you say Tritiya Prakritihi, then you make it very clear that this is how nature has made them. And if nature has made them this way, then they are doing what they cannot do otherwise. In other words, the question of morality, the question of right and wrong does not arise. Now you see, this is the big difference between the Christian discourse, which is primarily the Western discourse. See, the Christian discourse, could you please come up?